Welcome to episode number. What episode number this is, D Hustle?
Yeah.
Episode number 38, kid. Welcome. D Hustle, how's everything going?
Episode 38.
38.
Wowzers.
Let's go. Raymond, don't call him Ray. How you doing, player?
Good. Morning.
Excited? Yeah. Let me give you a quick rundown of the show. Thank y'all for pulling up. This is episode number 38 here at the Tech Hustle, and we got a day full of great insights to you. I got some tech talk that we're going to jump into soon after the intro. We got a current events. D Hustle's going to hold it down, and don't forget about Raymond's Nuggets. It looks like we got 2 cool websites and maybe even a movie or show recommendation.
Yes, yeah. Show recommendation.
Yeah, we need to get them to send us some checks, though. All these recommendations we doing. And then we're going to have D Hustle jump back in with some NHL, NFL, NBA, and etc. All of that's going to be included in our sports section. We're going to shout out our sponsorship. And definitely we're going to close it out at the end with a YouTube newsletter and community, because I want y'all to definitely tune in because we got a lot of things coming up. But yeah, how y'all feeling today? How y'all feel about the show?
Okay.
Y'all excited about it? Yeah, let's get it going. All right, fellas, I think we're going to jump right into it. Let's cue up the next joint real quick, man. This is season number 2. Let's go.
Season 3.
I know. We're in season number 3, but
One
this
second, Mr. Bobby D.
Go ahead and do your thing, Raymond. All right, so we're going to jump right into our tech talk this afternoon. And this afternoon, I'm going to talk to you about a topic that obviously we've been mentioning on this podcast a number of times. Today, we won't specifically jump into AI, but we're going to talk about something that AI needs a lot of, which is computing resources, and more specifically around data centers. How familiar are y'all with data centers? What do you say?
In a fine.
And what do you mean in a fine?
I'll get back to it. Don't worry.
D Hustle already got something queued up. Data centers. Y'all heard of data centers before, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. How about you, Remy? You said you heard it before?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, the way that I like to describe data centers are literally just think of them as a warehouse-sized building filled with computers. Now, people be asking, why do you need data centers? And the thing about it is that every single device, your laptop, your phone, your Internet of Things, your Siris, your Alexas, all of those things need to talk to another computer. And where are those computers housed in, or where they reside at? They reside inside data centers. Now, the thing about data centers is that most people don't even know they exist, but they are by far one of the most important things for us to traverse the internet and or access all these cool websites, Instagram, Facebook, Amazon, and all of that, right? Or Google especially, because they're probably one of the larger data centers. But more specifically, the idea in talking about data centers has started to become even more popular because the invention of AI. Now, I know that AI is usually always a topic that we cover, like I said, during this podcast here. But the cool thing about it is that data centers are where I used to hang out at all the time. I don't know if y'all knew, but I used to work in a data center down in Miami called the Napa of America. You ever heard that one before?
Yes.
It's literally one of the biggest network access points in South Florida, or it's the the Southeast, I apologize, that connects all of the Caribbean, all of South America. There's literally fiber-optic cables that run under the ocean from Europe, all over the world, and comes directly into this building. Remember, I said it's a warehouse-sized building. And when you get those network connections, then we set up computers. And those literally computers are the ones that you all talk to on a daily basis. I mean, you're probably watching this on YouTube right now. You're talking to a computer inside of a data center. And the thing is that this topic about data centers is actually starting to come up even more because of the invention of AI. But I was just reading something this afternoon or this morning where it was like, hey, they're about to be like a 430% increase in the amount of data center needs in the near future. So, our show is always focusing on upscaling. So big shout outs to everybody that's, really just trying to level their skills up and not just only focus on software engineering or engineering as a whole, is learning how data centers works. Potentially could be a career opportunity for anybody, because you can be a systems engineer, you can be a network engineer, you can be a fiber optic network engineer. I mean, you can literally be someone that supports the core infrastructure of the internet by working in places and buildings like this. And the reason why I bring this up in terms of just upscaling is another portion in this article mentioned that Microsoft is about to spend I believe it said, let me read it. It says about to spend $66 billion. I apologize. It says Microsoft is about to, I apologize. Microsoft said they're going to spend $3 billion to go build new data centers all over the country, and it's going to employ over 2,000 people to basically help support and manage these. Yeah. So definitely big shout outs to Microsoft for number one, understanding the growth and need for these type of buildings and infrastructure, but also the potential for job opportunities for people that are trying to upskill in the era of AI. Now, where are these buildings mostly at? Which is something that y'all catch inside of the Discord, because I'm going to actually drop the link in there for y'all to take a look at. These sites, these locations are all over the country, and the most common places that you'll find data centers is over on the East Coast, you'll see in New York, New Jersey, and the tri-state area. Northern Virginia has a huge data center footprint, and Northern Virginia is maybe mostly focused on government data center and floor spaces. Atlanta, Georgia is always big. And then you get to the center of the country where you get Dallas up to Chicago, and then you go out west from Phoenix, LA, Silicon Valley, Seattle, and Portland, Oregon, which big shout outs to Seattle, Portland, Oregon. They definitely have a lot of data centers and support for, engineers that are focusing on that. So if you're interested in moving to those cities and or, looking at those opportunities, I definitely encourage you to check out our Discord number one. Check out this link so that it can give you some more insights into where you can level up potentially for a job opportunity in data centers. Now,
don't forget a buck.
Go ahead. What'd you say?
Don't forget to bring a jack. That's cold up there.
Yeah, for sure. It is literally I don't know if y'all ever walked into one before, but number one, it's like walking into a deep freezer. Like, you ever go to a grocery store and you open up that door and it's like, woof, right?
My grandfather used to be a butcher, so I used to go into those stores. I used to go in. He'd come back here. I feel like I was the next Rocky movie. You know what I'm saying? So good about it.
Punching the meat. Pause.
Darwin's out there trying to get a few reps in.
I'm not gonna lie. After a couple punches, I stopped.
Because
Because
they solid ice. That's what it is.
Continue.
But just like those freezers, that's what data centers are, because you have to provide so much more cooling. Because, y'all on your cell phone, you ever touch your cell phone and see how hot it gets sometime, or you're like running an app, or your laptop the fan starts to blow. And those data centers, those computers are running 24 hours a day. And just imagine how much heat they create, but also how much cooling has to be introduced so that they can keep them cool. Because I don't know if y'all knew this, but one of the things that I learned early in my career was that computers automatically have sensors that if they reach a certain temperature, they'll shut off. Like, you won't even know why. It just boom, they'll just turn right off. And two sides of the coin. Yes, it's freezing when you go in there, but if you go in the aisle that's behind, it's probably one of the hottest places. It's hotter than when we went to New Orleans a few years ago. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's how hot it is. Dang, I just kicked the whole table. My bad. But data centers themselves have some really cool tech in there. What's up, Raymond?
Yeah, no, great about the data centers. So I have a great data center story.
What's up?
So when I first got into IT, my first job in IT, I worked for a company called Perot Systems Corporation. So I don't know if you guys remember. Ross Perot, he's passed away now.
Yeah. He owned like a tech firm or something like that.
He owned an information technology company. He tried to run for president. I think he got 1% of votes or something like that.
It's because of his ears.
So, but Ross Perot. So sure enough, he had a technology company called Perot Systems, and I worked for them for a year. So anyway, their rumor or fairy tale, I don't know if this is a folk tale, but they had a folk tale that the way they got their clients were they had a huge headquarters and a data center in Plano, Texas. And the rumor is how they got all their customers was they'd go show them the data center because it was the most impressive data center any technology company has seen. So they just show their customers a data center, and they allegedly would get the customers just like that because they were just blown away. So I don't know if that's a folk tale, but shout out to Ross Perot. RIP, and Ross Perot. Perot Systems has been incorporated by Dell, so now Dell bought them out. So
shout out to Dell.
Shout out to Dell. So
big shout out to Dell.
Little story there for you guys.
One other thing that I remember, Raymond's Nuggets always coming in. One other thing I remember about data centers is how sometimes stuff would stay in there for so long, and then you freaking get a chance to shut it down finally. That's something that you got to experience, Raymond, working in data centers?
What's that?
Like shutting down old hardware and commissioning stuff?
Absolutely, yeah. We shut down old hardware all the time.
Yeah. I remember, so I used to work at the South Florida Water Management District. Big shout outs to DP. Stephen Bear and those out there, they've long passed or left. I apologize. They long left the district. But when we used to work at the district, we used to run before SAP. So before we started to do SAP bases and stuff like that, we used to have this financial system on an operating system called VAX. It's like almost as old as AS400. You remember AS400?
Oh yeah, I do remember.
Yeah. Like it's the green screen and you gotta press tab. Yeah, exactly, right. And I remember when we worked on that system to finally deprecate it. First of all, it was like literally the size of a whole rack. And it was like, how in the world does that have to be the financial system? Where when we moved to SAP, we moved into like 1U computer, or maybe like a 4U computer. But the story behind it is that working in those data centers, you sometimes don't realize how old the hardware that's in there, and also how frequently or how infrequently we change things in those data centers. So when you build them and then that's it. You don't really change much. But also systems come in and out. But decommissioning old hardware or working in data centers is something that I've always enjoyed. Like the first time I set up, fiber optic cables connecting, computers from one side of the country to the other side. Or more specifically, running, disaster recovery. Did y'all do any disaster recovery at your spot? Yeah. So we used to have like a disaster recovery data center. So it's like, hey, if data center number 1 goes down, then everything goes to data center number 2. And it should be designed in a way that, customers wouldn't even really know about it. But you also got to run tests to make sure that hardware that you're not using at the other data center is still good, just in case. So, I used to fly up to Atlanta all the time when I used to work at Citrix to go do data center disaster recovery plans or executions.
Nice.
Just to see how, stuff like that work. And then obviously while I worked at Twitter, that was like the biggest data center I ever walked in my life. Like literally, it was like football field size, right? You walk in one side and you're looking down the aisle and it's like, it just goes forever. And then all of a sudden you see these waves with heat coming by. And like I said, you walk in one aisle, it's cold, the next aisle is hot. And it was probably one of the loudest places I ever been in my life. Like, yeah.
And the data center was on site at Twitter?
No, so we had data centers throughout the country. There was one on the East Coast, one on the West Coast. And then we obviously had smaller data centers at something called POPs. So POPs are basically point of presence or network access points that you basically are able to literally almost like run a cable from, let's say, Miami directly to where our data center was on the East Coast. And what we would do, instead of having you go through that line, we would say, hey, why don't you go to this computer that's right on the edge of the internet? That's actually something that's really cool about POPs and data centers, is that some of these buildings, you think that they're one company in there, where there are actually hundreds of companies that put small pieces of their infrastructure in these data centers so that they can make the user experience a little bit better.
Gotcha.
Because they don't want you to have to go all the way to the other side of the country or, literally around the world to access data. But yeah, that's how we had it at Twitter. And I mean, like I said, one of our buildings, we had, over 100,000 nodes or 100,000 computers in there, close to 200,000 computers. And it just blew my mind in where we are right now, because all of these reports that I'm reading right now, including Twitter, they're going to be increasing their data center footprints by hundreds of times. So it's like, hey, if they had 100,000 today, within the next 5 years, they're going to have 200,000 to 300,000 computers, and data centers are going to be a new market, and definitely a new real estate, in my opinion. So, yeah, it's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, so that's going to wrap my tech talk about data centers. I do want to encourage y'all to check out the post inside of our Discord, because they are coming. Data centers are going to be everywhere, and potentially an opportunity for y'all to level up in terms of, career advancement, especially if you're thinking about being more, or doing more than just software engineering, and you want to get into other engineering fields, something like systems engineering and stuff like that I'm we're really excited about. And actually, I just read this. X is about to invest $10 million in a new data center, X, aka Twitter, in the next 2 years. So that's crazy. That's crazy. $10 million. Wow. Well, hey, we'll see how it all plays out. I just hope everybody follows along and not get left behind.
So, question for you: data centers, you don't think that'll ever go away, right? That's just going to always increase and grow and everything.
Yeah, because you need something to talk to on the other side, right? Like our phones. A lot of people thinks that there's a lot. What happened?
Raymond thinking about losing on somebody's job.
See, the hustle knows exactly where I'm going with this. Yeah. So
Raymond's wondering how many jobs are going to be lost.
The hustle read my mind.
At least you know he's thinking about y'all for real, right?
I'm thinking about the future generation. The hustle. Think about the kids. The kids are the future.
But yes, there will always need to be something on the other end, because you can't install like the thing is that a lot of people don't know, like the things that you install on your phone are just apps, right? And the apps are only a small piece of the whole infrastructure that you connect to. Or we were talking about the other day, like fat clients. Like a lot of people don't install fat clients no more. Most of it's web-based, right? So when you open up a browser and you go to a website, you're talking to a computer that's in a data center. And now all those connections mean they're going to need to have more data centers as people are getting more connected. So they're not going away.
Okay.
I don't know what the next iteration of, how we store stuff centralized in an aggregate way, but I say data centers are going to be, I think data centers are going to be like, literally, I think the United States is going to consider them national security type stuff.
Wow.
They're gonna,
That's interesting.
So the answer to Raymond's question is no, they're not going to be doing
I mean, that's not what I flat out asked, but
you read between the lines.
Between the lines.
You're very mindful of other people's journey. So thank you so
about
much.
The future generation. That's all.
Yeah, but I will say, if this is a skill that I want y'all to level up on, I'm telling you, like that. This is one of those. If not, y'all gonna get left behind.
And you don't heard that he had a tech hustle. Stop playing around.
Facts.
Well, thank you for that nugget, sir.
All right. No. Actually, thank you for making me think about those people that may be losing their jobs. Always.
What do you mean, those people?
I mean AI taking their jobs.
Okay.
What do you mean by those people?
Yeah. What do you mean by those people?
Those people are my people.
Okay.
Bro.
All right.
Oh my gosh. This guy. Well, thank you, Raymond, for definitely looking out. All right, y'all. Definitely holler at me if y'all want some more coverage and conversation about data centers. Follow along, because we're always working on some really cool stuff around these concepts outside of just here at the podcast. And I think next up we got my guy D Hustle. What up,
What's
player?
going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? Everybody good, Raymond?
Here.
Raymond's still worried.
That's funny.
Yeah, right. You right?
No, it's hot out there. I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
Oh, bro, who can I file a complaint to about the weather out there?
Whoever, Florida or the sun.
Jesus Christ. Does Mother Nature have an inbox or something?
No.
It is hot. It is hot. I remember when we was in Atlanta, you was complaining it was hotter.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this one is definitely
This
up
is
there.
bad.
And your boy Trump is here, so
I mean, well, he lives here, but
yeah, but he can't be coming on a consistent basis, holding up traffic.
oh, jeez.
So
Yeah.
that's how I know he's here.
Yeah.
People stop. I seen the Trump. You guys seen it already.
Yeah.
People go.
All that is about to gear back up even more.
Oh, yeah. There's a trial going on, D Hustle, so.
Well, he's taking a vacation over here.
Oh.
What's he doing? To go back to New York? What are we doing?
Yeah.
I guess just FYI for everybody on the line. So we record here down in Palm Beach, and if y'all didn't know, Trump owns something in Mar-a-Lago. Is that
Yeah,
what it's
Mar-a-Lago.
called? Mar-a-Lago. So that's right down the street from us. We can throw rocks at it if we needed to.
Yep.
So what's up, kid?
No, man, you guys. This is, even though in West Palm Beach, we have a place called Kravis Center. You guys know the
I love
Kravis
the
Center.
Kravis Center.
So Kravis Center is opening up their summer camp again for 3 weeks.
You're opening up what?
Their summer camp.
Oh, they're having a summer camp at the Kravis Center?
At the Kravis Center. It's for 3 weeks.
Uh-huh.
It's from ages 9 to 11. All right. And basically it's going to be theater, musical theater, all right, performance of the arts, drama, and a piece of Broadway.
Wow.
Really?
Shout out to
Interesting.
Kravis Center for 3 weeks. I'm going to go ahead and put that in Discord for anybody that's living in West Palm Beach.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys can take a look into that.
Big shouts. Yo, Kravis Center gives me so much memories, bro. Like, did you do any high school stuff at Kravis Center?
Some types of stuff.
Yeah, I went to homecoming there. I went to prom there.
Yeah.
I went to a graduation there.
It was like when it first opened up, it was like
it's the spot.
it was a spot. So yeah.
Yeah,
Did
big
you
shout
see
outs
their
to- Kravis Center. What
Yeah,
happened?
you see they're doing the Palm Beach Improv there now?
Yeah, they actually are. Yeah.
Yeah,
So they shut down the Palm Beach Improv at City Place, and now
Correct.
they actually do it out of the Kravis Center now.
Yep,
On the
it's-
main stage or some other area?
No idea. I have not been there yet. I'd like to go to a show. I'm just waiting for somebody worthy to go check out. But yeah, it's Palm Beach Improv at the Kravis Center.
Well, Palm Beach Improv, if you're listening, come holler at us. We'll definitely, give y'all a review and give y'all sponsorship. I mean, we're technically giving y'all some sponsorship right now, so holler. Thank you, D Hustle.
But
Big
back
shout
to
out to Kravis Center, though.
shout out to Kravis Center. But back to real life. Did you see what's going on with Scarlett Johansson and AI?
Oh,
I did hear about that.
that one is funny though.
That's crazy.
Let me tell you, they are literally like, don't care if you say no, don't use my voice. But they use their voice. Go ahead and tell us the story though.
So long story short, I guess they wanted to use her voice for AI. I guess she happily declined it. For some odd reason. It says, I guess, OpenAI in a blog post posted that she'd been approached for an extra voice for ChatGPT after 5 days, after 5 already have been chosen, all right, including voices that alarmed Johansson. Then she was approached again 13 days before the launch just to make sure if she's willing to do it again. And she again declines the offer. So then I guess since she declined, they open up a new one called Sky. And it just mimics her voice.
Wow.
Exactly. And after she heard this, everything went haywire.
She's like, yo, y'all need to write me a check. And literally, that's crazy. So OpenAI had their release last week. We had talked about it on our show. And I didn't know that they were using her voice. She supposedly, did you ever see that movie? There was an AI movie called Her, Her, where this guy literally was falling in love with an AI.
Oh, yes.
So that's kind of like the idea of voice that they got it from. But I guess OpenAI tried to get her to sign up, and she said, "Nah, I'm good," and they still used her voice.
Still use her voice. That's crazy.
Well,
it's not supposed to. From what Sam Altman says, I guess the founder of OpenAI, basically he's saying we wasn't trying to mimic her voice. But how do you contacted her more than several times to see if it's okay to use her voice? I don't make any. It doesn't.
Yeah,
make sense
that's weak.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, this is almost like one of your biggest complaints about AI, right? I'm actually want to hear what your thoughts are. But if you think about it, they're literally just, not caring if you don't have anything positive and or contributing to it, and they're just going to use it. I mean, it's easy enough to listen to her voice. The AI automatically captures it and press play, and then they got it. I mean, I can get her voice too with type stuff. So my only thing is that this right here is just going to open up what the process is going to be if somebody does something like this, and lawsuit wise and checks. I don't know how it's going to play out, but
imagine trying to give a code or your social using the same
facts.
That's it.
Well, what do you think, Raymond?
Yeah, I think it's foul. It's not cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said no, and they used it anyway. So this is the cons with the AI that I don't like. Using people's voices and making up the images and faking people. It's the only beginning.
Yeah,
so
it totally is.
Yeah.
But I think lawsuits like this will definitely set the tone for future.
Yeah,
but I don't even understand how OpenAI thought they could get away with it, right? They're like, nah, she ain't gonna hear it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Nobody's gonna recognize her voice.
So question for you, Remy. Do you think Scarlett Johansson is gonna lose her job now?
I mean,
maybe that's what she's defending against right now, right?
Well, that the writers and the actors, they signed the whole, new agreement a few months ago, right?
When
there was a strike.
Writer strike?
When they had the writer strike. And you know what includes in there, right?
What is it?
They can't use AI to write the scripts and for acting and voices. That was the biggest beef. That's why the strike was going on for so long, because they didn't want AI involved in any future movie production. So,
Interesting that you say that. So this comes up to
think
my
about
next
it. Like,
subject.
What's the next subject?
Here's my next subject. So now that you said that, so Netflix, everybody has Netflix.
Roger that.
Yes.
Ted Sarandos on AI threat Hollywood. AI is not going to take your job, Raymond.
Okay.
The person who uses AI will make you lose your job.
Okay.
So
All right?
it's not AI, but it's the person that's going to use AI that's going to take your job.
Right? Listen to what he says. Listen to what he says, and I quote, "I have more faith in human than that," which we all do.
Right.
Raymond, 110%. Let's get that out the way.
For all the humans,
Right? I really do. I do believe that an AI program is going to write a better screenplay than a greater writer. Also, and he quotes, is going to replace a great performance. Although we become able to tell the difference, or is AI going to take your job? The person who uses AI might well take your job. So,
well, what's your take on that, Raymond?
I want to challenge that about AI writing a better script than a human.
So now that we get to that paragraph, let's get that. Volume stages does not displace on local shooting. Writers, directors, edit will use AI as a tool to do their jobs better and to do things more efficiently and more effectively. And in the best case, to put things on screen that would be impossible to do.
I mean, it's the way that he's framing it, and this is probably why I've always felt like the way that AI is going to be used is not the way that we think in terms of it's going to steal a job. It's going to make my job more easier, more effective, and more efficient. Like I'm going to be able to do even more scripts. I'm going to have to write, or I could create multiple versions of a scene, or it's like, hey, let me dream of what it could look like in this other form of fashion, and AI is actually going to be used to help me make those decisions. So human beings will still be in the loop, but it's going to reduce the amount of human beings we need to, get the job done.
Right.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, and just seeing the article there. Thank you there, D Hustle. That's interesting. His take on that it will not. Okay. All right.
And who's this guy though? He's
the
a co-CEO. What is a co-CEO? That means two people are CEOs at the same time?
Well, I think they both came, and I guess one is
running
more
the show.
shots, I guess so.
Yeah, come.
Wow, this is going to be, and let me tell you, if anything, and I don't know if the audience know this, that Netflix is actually a technology company. They are going to be using this, no doubtedly, coming sooner than we know. Like I'm expecting there to potentially be, like on Netflix, don't you know how they have popular, they have adventure, they have horror, they have action. There's going to be a section that's going to be AI made, I guarantee you. And that's going to be like a way for Netflix to cut everybody out of it, and they just make all the money, if you think about it. Like, they don't even need to have a production team. They don't need, literally, they're going to be producing their own shows via computing, via AI, and the game is going to change.
Yeah, but they're going to be blackballed, though. You're going to have actors and writers not going to want to give them the top shows and stuff like that. So they're going to tread lightly on doing that because they're selling the pack.
I mean,
I hear you, but it's like you're going to piss off like the people who, signed an agreement.
Let me ask you this. How long are these agreements in place?
I don't know.
Because I know that the writer strikes happened before.
Yes.
They're 3 to 5 years?
I have no idea. But, I mean,
even if it's 10 years.
Yeah.
Even if the agreement they have for 10 years, within 10 years, they're going to be, the agreement is going to be null and void.
I hear you.
They're going to have to renegotiate a new agreement.
Yeah.
Like literally what I'm thinking about, and also what I thought about when they were having this writer argument or writer strike, is like this is probably going to be the last one they have. After that, what else do they have? By that time, 10 years from now, where the tech is going to be, and we're only 2 years in, I mean.
I hear you.
Raymond, they're gonna
the Fifth Element.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah.
I mean, and that's the thing that I'm okay with them having these agreements now, just to make ends meet. But they need to be prepared. It's almost like this agreement's locking them in so that they can come up with a better strategy for the next 3 to 5 years or however long the writer's strike agreement is. And is it with Hollywood or who's? So if I'm looking online, what would I look up? Hollywood Writers Agreement?
Yeah, the strike. Yeah, I just
want
to see how long they are.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean.
No, that's all I got until Raymond's nuggets come up. But yeah, that's crazy, man. I don't know.
Netflix is about to come with it. The 3-year agreement. It's only 3 years.
Yeah, Netflix. I got a complaint too. Well, now that while he's looking for that information, I have a complaint when I watch a movie, right? And I take it out of my list. How do I know if I watched that movie already? Besides hitting the thumbs up on it or thumbs down.
That's a good point. I do. That's a very good point there, D Hustle. Yeah.
Please, if you can get it back at me, I'm here for you anytime. Email me.
Some sponsorship. We'll give you some sponsorship too.
I need to figure out because
like a history almost. You're wondering?
Yeah, at least tell me, hey, you have watched this movie already, or you know, I gotta hit something sad that I gotta go to movies and put one thumb up, one thumb down,
just
in order to remember because I got so much crap on my list.
Yeah,
and I'd be
too.
like, damn, like if I watched this, and then when I watch it, I delete it, and then I see it maybe several years later. I'm like, I see it again. Did I watch this?
I had that same issue this weekend on Prime Video, though. Like wondering if I watched something, I started watching it, and I immediately abandoned it. I was like, I watched this already.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, kind of like YouTube has the history. Then again, I get the history. You can't scroll through but yeah, I get what you're saying, though. Yeah.
At least
something.
Some way of saying that you already watched it.
Yeah.
Did you find it?
Yeah, it's 148 days is the contract, so it's about 3 years. And after the 3 years, then they have to renegotiate. But the thing is that if you think about what that means, is like literally that's 5 years with AI. And 5 years with AI, I don't think they have anything to really negotiate after that. So we'll see how Netflix really plays this.
What's up?
Big shout outs. Thank you so much, D Hustle.
Anytime,
man. Raymond, don't call him Ray. Ray's up next. What up, player? You got a few nuggets for us today?
Yeah, morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
So, let me first off here. Morning, everybody. All right, question. So, we are going to go, I'm going to go completely left field here.
Wow.
Normally, giving you guys the nuggets and, kind of inspiring you guys, the crowd, and giving you useful websites to go to. But today is going to be very lighthearted. Going to completely do a 360. And I have a question for you guys here. Mr. D Hustle, let's start off with you. Are you, what's your take on playing jokes and pranks on family or friends or coworkers? Do you do stuff like that or?
Yeah, all the time.
Okay. Yeah, I figured that. I figured that. Yeah. You're a Mr., jokester and all that. How about you, Bobby D?
Nah, I usually stay away from that. I trip over myself too much.
Okay. No, what? No, when you're, what? All right, let me see. We all are in IT and stuff like that here. No. You never jumped on a prank like your coworkers that leave your workstation open?
What kind of prank?
Let's just say your coworker leaves his workstation unlocked. You never jumped?
Those are the best.
Yes. One time I left my computer unlocked and they said they sent it to the whole department. Raymond loves cats.
Yeah.
So,
oh my God! I did an email. Let me introduce you. I did an email saying, so I CC'd everybody in my department. And we were like, at that time we were like 10 before I switched to SAP. He left it open. He was a manager. Right? So I went in and I CC'd everybody. And I go, hey, man, you guys are doing a phenomenal job.
Oh, my God.
I appreciate you guys coming in every day out of your hard day of work, et cetera, right? And because of that, I want to take everybody out to lunch.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus.
Meet me here
at
this time. And then it was a sushi spot. I said, meet me here at this spot, lunch on me.
Wow.
I CC my director. All right. And next thing you know, I send it. Then I lock the screen.
That's bad.
I sat down. Everybody, he came back in. Yo, thank you. Everybody was like, thank you. We appreciate it.
Yo. Wow. Okay.
So the director comes now, and he was like, and he looked at me, and I was like, yeah, I did. Because I know, because we used to, we played jokes like that. And then he was like, hey, so he came in, he goes, hey, I'm going to be a few minutes late, but go ahead. I'll meet you guys at lunch. So here's the funny thing. I don't think he read his replies or anything like that.
Oh, my God.
Right? So everybody was like, yo, what are you guys doing for lunch? Oh, we're going to... They're like, stop playing. They're like, stop playing. We're going to go to this around 1 o'clock, because, and everybody was like, yo, I appreciate you and everything. So he was like, yo, hold up. Let me get ready.
Yeah.
So the guy gets ready and everything. And some fucking chick, man, goes, hey, you know you buying lunch, right? Are you sure it's okay that we all go? Because I know sometimes you're very cheap.
Yeah.
Oh my
He was
God.
like, what do you mean? Oh my God, the girl, so she was showing them the message. And because of that, we didn't go to lunch.
Oh my God. That's all right. Wow, man.
But yeah, I'm sorry.
Jeez, no, man. These are monster, man. I was thinking about like low level stuff, emailing Raymond likes cats, but jeez, this guy's a monster.
He's trying to get free lunch.
Oh
What you
my
talking
God.
about?
That was the best.
Wow. Okay then.
That's
and ever
hilarious.
since that day, man, he got me once. He did the same procedure, but I already knew.
Yeah.
Like, come on, you can't fool me. I just said that.
Yeah. But I bet you he didn't leave his
He
workstation
never
unlocked.
left his shit open around me again.
That's funny. All right, I like it though. That's cool. That's cool.
Go ahead. So they said that you like cats?
Yeah. They emailed. I left my workstation open, and they emailed the department
all
that
things?
Raymond likes cats.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean
I
whatever.
figured they would have sent something crazy with it.
Hey man, that enough was embarrassing for me. So
That must have been PG over there.
yeah.
I got
We are in a
Trump's
different world now, but
PG over there. That's like,
so
let me see if I can play this joke really well. See what he does.
Nah. He must have like, I want a mic drop.
Let's
man,
do that.
that's funny.
Man. Oh man, there's been so many that we have done. So every time we always leave, we always do that same joke. Another one was like, "Hey, I want to know what you guys think for lunch. What do you guys want to do?" Oh, the best one is we going to guy left his new guy comes in excited about the job.
Yeah.
He's so excited. And we see him that he likes a certain young lady.
oh boy.
So, when you go into work, you say hello, and then you go, hey, type of, different instead of saying hello. So we're watching, we were like, because he has to pass several people
to get to it.
Because I used to sit next to the manager and the director and stuff like that. So he will come, and before he says, hello to everybody, he has to pass this nice young lady. Hey, boom, and then everybody else, hey, what's up, Paolo? What's up? I was like, all right. And then he goes back and he leaves, like he's gonna get a drink. He passes a couple of gentlemen. He doesn't say nothing to them, but he passes her, and he goes, hey, I'm going to the break room. Do you want anything?
Wow.
I'm like,
My man.
I said, okay. I like it.
Yeah.
I like
He's a
it.
gentleman. What do you mean?
He's a new guy. He hasn't passed his fucking 30-day probation yet or anything like that. He's working.
Yeah.
Good for him, I feel good. But I start walking past by his little cubicle, and his computer's open.
Oh
I was
boy.
like, all right.
No, you did not.
I said, okay. I said, all right. It's looking good right now.
Yeah.
I didn't know him very well. I had to watch him for a couple of times for this joke to be, because we all planned it. My manager and my deputy were like, hey, I'll be saying district manager, my director, and he was like, hey, let me know when he passes by. Send me a message.
Yeah.
So it happens to be several times. Let me rush up because I tend to tag along for the story. So a couple of days he keeps leaving his screen open. He doesn't shut it. He doesn't close it or nothing. And that's like 101 for me.
101.
Like every time you leave your desk or you take your laptop or close your speaking screen.
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress. So I go all the way. One time he goes to the break room. He leaves his thing. I write a message to the girl. And I was like, hey, I know you're a good girl. I see you every day.
Yo, that is.
I was wondering if you and I can go, have a couple drinks. I really don't drink, but, I more like to have some conversation with you, maybe go to, et cetera, et cetera. And I say, hey, just to let you know, I want to be with you. And I exit and I send it to her. So I knew as soon as I sent it, she was at her desk. She was walking with him, and I hit send, and I locked his computer, and then there was a cubicle next to her, and it was empty. So I sat there because I knew she was gonna fucking flip. And she reads these, and she goes, "What? Oh hell no!" And I was like, "Yo, it's just a fucking joke, bro."
Oh my God.
This girl was like, "Dora, I'm gonna kill you. I don't even like him like that. I
Oh
was
my
like, but hey,
God.
you getting free stuff, or you can play.
Wow. Yo.
Yeah, we take things to a different level, man.
Yeah.
It's just, it all depends
Make
on your
sure
party.
you lock your screen around this
Yeah.
cat here.
Oh, I've seen it a couple times.
Yeah.
I seen it. I was like, man, I was gonna do it to his.
Yeah.
I just don't know his directory.
Oh yeah, no,
So I was
yeah.
gonna put like the last person you sent an email to.
Oh, God.
Hey, would you like to get a couple drinks?
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
Oh jeez.
So yeah,
Go ahead.
see that's how I be stumbling
Wow.
over myself. Like,
Okay. All right. So, all right. Let me get into the first nugget here. So, if you are someone who enjoys funny pranks on others, I have some sites for you to fool friends, members, or coworkers. The point is to not go overboard like D Hustle here. It is just to have fun. All right. These sites are to have fun on your friends, your family, coworkers. Do not go overboard like D Hustle. All right. Especially don't do this at your IT guys or at work. All right. Do not do this at work. So full disclosure here. The first one is, it's called Update Faker. So Update Faker, check out this site, guys. It's great. Play it on your kids or your coworkers. You know how someone's working on a big important project and they got a Windows update. So go to Update Faker, depending on if the person has a Windows or a Mac OS, and you know how Windows updates are going.
Yeah.
You can't mess with a Windows update. It's so important. The person's going to stare there and wait for that Windows update to go, and it's just going to go on forever. So go to this website, pick your flavor. If they got Windows 10, Windows 11, even if they have a Mac, put it in F11. That'll make it in full screen, and that Windows update will go on forever and ever, guys. So yes, it is pretty slick. So there's a Mac one in there, so it's pretty cool. So there's another one in there too. If you go on there and you select Windows, you hit the enter key, it will give them the blue screen of death.
Wow.
Hit the enter key or even the spacebar key. There's also, it will do the same thing for the Mac OS as well. So whether they have a Mac or Windows, check this out. If you want to play a prank on your kids or your coworkers, go to Update Faker. It's got 5 different flavors on there for you, and have fun, guys.
You know, one of the funniest ones I see. Imagine if you're on a Mac computer and then it has a Windows 98.
Oh yeah, definitely yes. You definitely should do that to someone that has a.
That would make me go
that
crazy.
would- yes.
I don't know how in the world I have Windows 98 on my Mac computer, but that would be fire.
Yeah, try that on Tati. See how that goes. So yeah, so
You just gotta download it.
no, it's just a website.
You just go to the website and it just plays the.
It just plays it. Yeah, just put it in full mode F11, and then it'll just do the Windows update. So whether it's a Mac or a Windows, so yeah, check it out, guys. So yeah, so don't go overboard like D Hustle here.
I got here one. It goes right here, full screen mode.
You got it. Let me see it. Oh, look at that! That's awesome. That's great.
Hilarious.
Oh man,
I think IT would be going crazy if they seen that.
Yeah, that's awesome. So
now I can't get out of it.
oh,
Oh, look at that system error. Oh my.
that's
God.
awesome.
Wow.
So yeah, check this out. Right, I got one more for you guys here. So, you guys ever watch movies and TV shows and all that stuff like that? And they're always going to like the computer lab experts and all that. So let's just say you want to impress somebody and you want to show them that you're a big time hacker or whatever like that. You want to impress the crap out of them. Check out this site here. It's called Hacker Typer. So
Hacker Typer.
Hacker Typer. I'm going to drop it in the
Discord
here.
Yeah.
Bear with me here. I just dropped it in. So check out this site here, Hacker Typer. You can just start randomly typing in code and it will look like you are, hacking into somebody's website. So Mr. Bobby D here, if you hit the shift key 3 times, it will say access denied. It'll kind of like, oh man, look at what is Bobby D working on here? It'll give you an access denied. So, and if you want to impress your kids or something like that, I think if you hit the enter key, type in some random code for a little bit like that.
Wow.
And then you hit the enter key.
And this is like some low-level C programming.
Yes. So this will definitely like impress people that think like, you're some big time hacker or whatever like that. So if you hit the Alt key, it will show access granted. Go ahead and try it. Just type in some random.
I'm pressing it right now.
Type in the
Access
Alt key.
denied.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then, you hit the Alt key and it will so,
Well, I ain't got an Alt key in
okay.
Mac.
So, but yeah.
And option control. Man, this is actually kind of really cool.
Yeah, just just to have some fun, a little lightheartedness right here. So yeah, check these 2 sites out. Don't go overboard, but yeah, you want to impress some people, just type in random code, and hit the Alt key. It'll say granted and you hit the shift key 3 times, it will say access denied. So
Raymond bringing in some good.
just, have some fun little lightheartedness here.
You know what that made me remind me of is you ever be watching a movie and all of a sudden the person on the movie like I'm like, that's not no real freaking cool.
Yeah.
Like that
So,
feels cool like that. You know what we do? We type and then we test. And like, all right, did we break anything? Like we are not like but, that's a real cool one. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. So check those 2 out. All right. So update faker for the Windows updates and hacker typer. All right.
Roger that.
All right. It's not always about like, check out this site and stuff like that. We have fun around here at the Tech Hustle too. All right.
Yeah, for sure.
We don't go overboard like D Hustle, but we do have fun here.
No, D Hustle's having fun.
D Hustle is he's a monster. I'm sorry. That's crazy. If you're sending somebody a message like that they like, that's crazy. Yeah. So
I bet you it broke the ice though.
Oh my
God.
God. And I'm sure that coworker hated his guts.
Nah.
Okay. All right.
It was an awkward moment.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
you
all
think?
Oh
my God. So.
Oh man.
That's funny.
Well, Raymond, thank you so much for your nuggets, man. We really do appreciate you.
Of course. You guys want to move a show to check out?
We do have a show.
Yeah.
So what's up?
You guys into documentaries at all and stuff like that?
Yeah.
All right. So I got a good crime documentary for if you guys are into like the true crime docs on Netflix. I think they do them the best. I think Netflix is killing it when it comes to docs and especially the crime ones. I started watching one this weekend and I knew this one was on some BS when, family got killed. And then of course, the victim was describing the people as, it was 2 black guys that were Jamaican that came in. I was like, all right, I know this is on some BS. So check it out. It's called, What Did Jennifer Do? Yeah, when she said it was 2 black guys and they were Jamaican. Yeah, so.
It was suspect.
Yeah, so What Did Jennifer Do? Check it out.
On Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. So, not bad. So it's one of those crime docs, not to give it away, but I think you can fill in the blanks.
For sure.
So, all right.
And I need a public service announcement. Yo, Netflix, we mentioned your name like 10 times on our show today.
Oh, my God.
I need y'all to send us some checks for it. Thanks a lot, Raymond, for the nuggets always, man. Appreciate you, my brother. All right, so we're going back to D Hustle with some sports. I know we're coming to the end of a lot of things going on. What's going on, player?
Well, here we go. Let's get this rundown and let's like Bob. But football, man, nothing's going on in football. Just camp. Hopefully, everybody's doing good in football, stretching out, working out, and you go.
When does fantasy football kick on for you?
I think for me, it starts in August, maybe September.
August. You working on your roster now, or
not
yet?
Nah. Right now, I got to figure out how these rookies look like right now. You can't be picking the same wide receivers and stuff. There's more talent out there. So
for sure.
Got to keep checking them out. But other than that, man, the football's looking good. Everybody's all right. Hockey. Dallas Oilers. Dallas leading 2-1. Rangers. Panthers. Rangers are up 2-1. I was upset because I thought we was going to lose that series, and we came back 2-1. Rangers took the first straw. I felt good about it.
Yeah.
But hey, there's still more hockey to play. So
next game is tonight. So
yes, it is. Yes, it is. So shout out to those both teams over there. I'm a Rangers fans, Dolphins. I'm sorry, Panthers fans.
I mean, I'm in South Florida, everything. So
I just never see Bobby root for the Panthers. So I question these things,
If it has Florida on it, you can say it's on my team. I'm on their team.
All right, I got it. Other than that, that's good. Hey, also special shout out to Ferrari, man. They won that Formula One.
Big
shout out to Charles over there making his things happen.
Yeah.
Big fan. Other than that, they're looking good over there. Baseball, a lot of crap going on in baseball.
I mean, the season has already just started. It's
starting. People getting hurt. Season's ending.
Yeah.
You guys got to take care, man. Stretch out, but keep playing ball, man. Other than that, Mets over there is trying to figure out shit out. I don't know what they do.
Where they at on the list now?
Who, Mets?
Yeah.
Let me double check for you. Mets. Oh yeah, we on second to last.
Okay.
And Miami's last. Where Miami's at.
At least he did it right this time, right?
And then Yankees number 1. They just got up there, so congratulations to you guys. Just keep playing ball. Oh, and nothing but love and support to my man Acuna from Atlanta. Tore his my man tore his ACL and his front knee, so hopefully a safety recovery over there. I don't know how the Braves are in second place right now. Without him, I think my Mets might have a chance to get up to that second spot right now because he's a big impact for that team.
Yeah. That's that cat from Colombia?
Venezuela.
Venezuela, my bad.
Yeah. A big fan. My son loves him, but hey, he's a phenomenal player.
Yeah.
And last but not least, NBA.
NBA. What's going on over there? Uh-oh.
Pacers got freaking blown out. Shout out to those guys. That beat my Knicks. I guess you go home to Cancun with your admins. I don't care what y'all say right about
that's
now.
funny.
Wow.
The team that needed to be there was the Knicks, even though I'm going to say we wouldn't got blown out. But I know Bronson would have not played that game because of his fractured hand.
Yeah.
So we would have still lost to the Celtics, I would say. But we would at least have gotten one.
At least one.
Yeah, that's Pacers are trash. Also, I told you too that Celtics from the beginning had the easiest path to the finals, which is a joke.
But they were hungry, man. If you see, they beat the Heat 4-1. All right, then they beat the Cavaliers 4-1.
He didn't have their best player. Come on,
Huh?
they got the easiest path, Darwin. Let's stop this.
I mean, Mitchell hurt me right there, and Jared Allen too, man. They were both. I would have seen a good Cavalier team. I think they could have made the playoffs if they were healthy.
Yeah.
Mitchell got hurt in the playoffs. That shit went downhill, and then Pacers. Jesus Christ.
trash.
Do you think Pacers had their best roster, or they also had injuries?
They had an injury. What's his guy? Halliburton went down.
Yeah.
But he's garbage anyway, so they really don't. I mean,
Yeah.
he's the best player at that team anyway. So
I mean, every game I seen with them, they were scratching just to make it. So
yeah.
that's crazy.
But yeah, congratulations to Boston. I mean, gotta give it to y'all.
Yeah, no,
You say that with so much.
I mean, I can't hate. They did what they had to do.
they did what they had to do, but
No fucking Porzingis.
Oh.
Let's be realistic here, guys. No Porzingis. Big man. I don't know if you know. He used to be an ex-Knick.
Oh,
in
yeah.
case you guys didn't know.
Yeah.
Went to Boston. Dude is humongous. Definitely got game.
Yeah. But he's out on injury too?
He's out on injury. He might be back for the championship.
Might be.
How convenient.
I mean, the other series is almost wrapped up too, isn't it?
Let's go to the West Side. Shout out to the Mavs.
I'm surprised at this series.
I am not.
Really?
I am not.
I thought Ant-Man was the future.
He is. He's definitely, but he can't do it by himself.
He said he's the future.
They got the better team, though, Doran.
Who does?
Ant-Man and them.
Yes, they do. But you have a champion guy, Kyrie Irving, in there. You got Luka.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Yeah, he is a beast.
He's the best white boy in the NBA.
PJ Washington. Sorry for likely, he's out. He got hurt. But listen, at the end of the day, Mavs came to play. Let me show you why.
I'm shocked.
Check this out. Mavs beat the Clippers 4-2. All right?
Clippers overrated.
Mavs beat the Thunders 4-2.
That was a shocker.
Mavs are on top right now 3-0. Through the whole entire series, they have won and not even got nothing close to a game 7. Let's be realistic.
That's impressive. Yeah, Ant-Man is.
Ant-Man is
Can
the
we
future.
stop? Can we stop the Jordan stuff if he gets swept? Let's be real here.
Who
If
the
he
fuck
gets-
is comparing him to Jordan?
What are you talking about? That's what they've been saying. Like he's like the next MJ. When this started.
The same shit they said about Butler. Look where he's at.
No. You
Did they
know
say that
it's.
about Butler?
No, they did not. Stop it. Butler who?
Jimmy Butler?
Darwin,
They
stop.
never said that about Jimmy
Come on.
Butler being
No,
Jordan's
they
son?
did not.
This guy's in the
They're
wrong.
saying it
What are
about
you watching?
Ant-Man. They're
You know
saying
what?
that they've been saying it about Ant-Man. Come on.
I have seen something like that.
He's
yes.
22. He's a freak of nature. Come on.
I mean, but he's still got so much more to go. I don't know how they already
I
comparing
understand
That's
that.
how I know. Are you a
Barkley?
Heat fan?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Are you a
I'm
Heat fan?
Barkley,
Everything
all of
You
them.
heard that, right?
I've heard good things.
Jimmy
always.
Butler is. Come on. We're talking about Jimmy Butler's always been like a B player. He's not like a star.
When he is playing playoffs basketball is when they say he turns into a fucking Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
Any
That
Heat fan-
okay.
any
Oh,
Heat
that I've
fan-
heard that. Yes, Okay, yeah, I've heard that.
But they
Yeah,
have made comparison of him, his face, and Jordan's face right next to each other. It's been all over the news. I'm very shocked. That
I'm not a
you have
Heat.
heard
I'm
about
not a Heat fan. So, but come on, Ant Man.
Very shocked.
let's-
Ant-Man, no.
He needs to
doesn't-
stop trying to dunk on people and take over the game. Like he's just
Great player.
Yeah,
Great player.
he's-
It's just his team is not. Gobert, defensive player of the year, is getting shaken and baked by Luka.
Gobert is trash.
And fucking Kyrie. I don't know if it's breaking ankle season and whatnot, but he should have been getting one of those.
Gobert is trash.
What year
fucking-
did Ant-Man get in the league? He's
Maybe like he's 3 years in.
3
Maybe?
years
Yeah.
in? He's still got so much more to go.
Yeah, I hear you, but
yeah,
let's just take out. You can't get swept.
No, you cannot get swept.
Ooh.
That's
know.
something that's gonna go down.
They beat the back-to-back champs. I thought they said this is his league
I
now.
am very amazed right now that we
Yeah.
have at least 2 in.
Yeah. So, did you realize if Dallas wins tonight, it'll be the first time that both conferences has ended in a sweep?
Wow.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, it's unreal.
Yeah.
So,
Well, at least we know the championship game is gonna be a fight.
first time ever
Yeah.
Yeah.
conference
I
finals.
know Boston wants it.
Oh yeah, Boston's already. Yeah, Boston's hungry. Yeah,
they
they
really
go to the
want it.
finals like every year.
They
So
really, really want it.
yeah, but shout out to Dallas if they pull it off tonight, and shout out to Luka. He's a bad man.
There it
So
goes right there. MJ comparing to Butler.
Oh
It's a
my gosh.
consistent basis thing going on. Right
or
here.
they compare MJ to everybody though. Come on.
Nah,
Look at
who
my
comparing MJ? Nobody's close to compare to MJ right about now. If anybody, I would say Edwards right now.
It's Ant-Man.
Yes, Ant-Man, correct.
Yeah.
Edwards and
That's it.
that's it.
Yeah, that's
That's
what
it.
I'm saying. Yeah.
Nobody else. And then, but it was the roster was Butler, then Ant-Man. Anybody? You could ask anybody.
Yeah, but
Matter
Butler
of fact,
is.
Ask who I want you to ask is a Heat fan.
I know, but Butler is like he's always been a B type of star. He's not like a superstar. Ant-Man is a superstar.
At the end of the yeah, you're correct. But at the end of the day, Minnesota has a phenomenal fucking squad.
Yeah, there's
Shout out to that
should not be
organization over
losing.
there.
Yeah,
Phenomenal squad. To be down 3-0, that's very heartbreaking.
yeah,
But again, you got Luka and you got my man Irving, who already has a chip. So
yeah. That's true.
it is what it is over
I mean,
there.
they trying to shut that door. I mean, and my thing is that there's just too many games. Because I think the championship might go 7 games if the way that Boston's playing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Could be,
definitely.
I mean,
It could.
it's not in
Yeah.
the bag for the West Coast this year, is it?
No.
It's going to be an interesting game. Celtics, if Porzingis comes back. Other than that, and special shout out to Mark Cuban, bro. Mark Cuban over there and the Dallas Mavericks.
He's loving that.
Yeah. He always gets those European stars out of nowhere.
He's loving that.
Picking them up. Good shout out to him.
Yep.
Knicks, you could figure out some shit like that. And stop giving away good players, bro. We had Porzingis, we got rid of him. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress. But other than that, man, it's a good day in sports.
Yeah.
More to
to the
come,
end.
and it is what it is,
All right. I guess one last thing is a big shout out to our sponsor. Big shout outs to Marvelous Creation.
Marvelous Creations.
#1 sponsor here on the show. If you're looking for any cake, desserts, treats from Palm Beach all the way down to Miami-Dade, holla at Marvelous Creations. And always very much appreciate your support continuously, consistently. Episode 37, 38, she's been #1 sponsor. Big shout outs to her. All right, fellas, we coming to the end of our show. We definitely had some good conversation today, man. And we found out a lot about leaving your computer unlocked.
Yeah.
Not
Don't
around
play.
me.
Don't
I'm
play.
not-
No.
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm gonna watch Raymond for a couple more days.
I'm
see
not-
if he leaves his laptop.
I'm not messing around. Yeah.
I guarantee he's gonna be shut down.
Yeah, man. And also, we learned a little bit about data centers, upscaling, and they're coming. Y'all need to develop these skill sets so y'all can be ahead of the game. Learned about the writer strike. They got 3 years and it's a wrap, kid. I think they have less, but we'll see how it plays out. Scarlett Johansson, she's about to set a new standard. If they take my pictures or they use my voice with AI, y'all need to send me a check. But we'll see how it all plays out. And definitely appreciate the hustle with all the sports update. We'll see if Boston gets some real good competition from Dallas, because Dallas is trying to close it out tonight. Definitely thank y'all for tuning in. A few closers. #1, follow us on YouTube, subscribe, like, and Raymond, what do you say if they don't?
You are a hater.
You're a hater of the tech hustle. Especially if we come up on your timeline and you see us. You don't just press that button.
Turn your notifications on as well.
Yeah, we need that love though. Also, also, I wanted y'all to keep out for two things. Number one, our newsletter. We had a spotlight last week. We have our monthly newsletter coming out the end of this week. And then our community. If you're not already a part of our community, go to our website, thetechhustle.com. Click join community so you can be a part of our circle. We're on there all the time posting, and we definitely have some live conversations talking about upscaling and definitely developing in this field of engineering that we're very, very excited about. Other than that, fellas, I think that's it for us, man. We got a really cool episode here, number 38. And yeah, any last words?
Go Panthers.
Have a good weekend, guys.
Yeah, and how about you, Raymond? Don't call him Ray.
Go Panthers.
Go Panthers. He's trying to make sure we close it out.
Well,
so.
they ain't closing it out, but
we're trying to come back from it.
Yeah, they're down by 1.
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. As always, thank y'all so much for pulling up. It's your boy Bobby D. Holla at me.